What's up with you? Welcome to Gordon Knows Best. It's your host, Kenneth Lavera Terwayne Gordon. If you don't mind, take some time out before you sit down and relax. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And hit share. And please send a comment. If you like the podcast, the stuff that we can improve on, which is going to be a lot because this is on our second episode. So, hey, like I said before, we don't care about constructive criticism here because it's constructive and it's to make us better and it's to put you guys in a position where you will love exactly what we're doing. Well, first of all, let's recap what we was talking about in episode 1. We was talking about the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark rivalry. We was talking about what got the rivalry started. Some people may agree, some people may disagree. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the numbers and put the numbers together to show y'all that the rivalry didn't even start until after the game. And the game I'm speaking of is the 2023 National Championship game. That's when the rivalry between those two started. And now that I think of it, it really wasn't a rivalry between the two players. It was a rivalry between the fan bases. Sit back, relax, let's talk about it. Now, I was talking to somebody and they said, well, Caitlin Clark was a star and everybody was watching her before she played against Angel Reese. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My initial comment was, boy, you on crack. And that's not anything against those out there that are on drugs. We're praying for you and we hope you get well. In my community, that's just the same. When somebody says something that you think was stupid, that's something that you may say. Well, fast forward. So when he said that, I said, okay, so for part 2, I'm going to prove to him that what he said was wrong. So let's look at this. The Elite 8 game. We're going to go over the Elite 8 game for both young ladies. Caitlin Clark, her Elite game was against Louisville. 2.5 million people watched that game. Angel Reese played against the University of Miami. 1.9 million people watched that game. Now, to some, that may be good numbers. But now let's look at the national championship game in 2023. They had 9.9 million viewers. At that time, it was the highest ranked women's basketball game ever watched. So we go from 2.5 to 9.9. And at the same time, you want to tell me, A, that Angel Reese didn't contribute to the Caitlin Clark fame, and B, you want to tell me that everybody was watching Caitlin Clark before Angel Reese came along. The numbers there support that that's not true. Now, last time we harped a lot on the John Cena meme, and yes, that's what started the controversy. But think about it. Caitlin Clark did the same thing against Louisville. No problem. Great sportsmanship. She dominated. John Cena tweeted and said, hey, great game. They couldn't guard you. And then we go to when Angel Reese did it. The whole narrative changed. And when the narrative changed, those casual basketball fans that normally don't watch basketball like that, when they saw the heat that this young lady was getting On top of that, when they saw the death threats or heard about the death threats, that's when the rivalry actually began. Because people say, wait a minute, if she did the same thing and this girl did the same thing, why is there so much backlash? That's when race and sports come into play. Now, in my opinion, it's a good thing. And I'm going to prove it to you. That's why I say that the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese rivalry is similar to the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson rivalry. Both started well in the college national championship game. We just talked about it. It was 9.9 million views, the biggest basketball game ever for women's. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, as of today, the most viewed game in history. 35.1 million viewers, and this in 1979, when everybody didn't have TVs. It was the most viewed college basketball game ever. Why is that important? Because both games changed the league. In the WNBA, let's talk about it. Even when it came to the WNBA draft in 2024, it was the biggest draft ever because A, Caitlin bought a lot of fans. So don't get it twisted. Because of A, Caitlin, and B, Angel. Why did the NBA grow? Because of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Now let's do some similarities between the two. Who was Player of the Year in the WNBA? Caitlin Clark. Who was Player of the Year in the NBA? When I say Player of the Year, I mean Rookie of the Year. Larry Bird. In the NCAA tournament, who was the Final Four MVP? In college, women's college basketball, it was Angel Reese. In men's, it was Magic Johnson. And then when we talk about championships, in the NBA, his rookie year, Magic Johnson not only won an NBA championship, but he also won the Finals MVP. In the WNBA, no, Angel didn't win it. But guess what? Those same players played in Unrivaled. Those same players that played in the W played in Unrivaled. And guess what? Angel Reese won a championship her rookie year. Just like Magic. Player of the Year, Caitlin Clark, Larry Bird. The numbers, 9.9 million, 35 million. Both was the biggest games ever in those sports. Now let's talk about the salaries. When Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese came in the league, the girls was making $75 to $78 million. Now, mind you, Caitlin Clark was the #1 draft pick. And her contract for her rookie year was $78-point-some million. $1,000. I ain't say million, $1,000. When Magic and Bird came in the league, the average salary for NBA players was $200,000. Bird rookie contract was a 3-year deal worth $3.25 million. He got $650,000 as a rookie. The biggest rookie contract ever in the WNBA. Magic's sophomore year in the NBA. If you was born when I was born, at that time it was crazy, it was unheard of, everybody was talking about it. He signed a 25-year, $25 million contract. He was getting $1 million a year. And that's what he was getting. That was the biggest contract ever. People went crazy. How can you pay an athlete that much money? Now, at the same time, when we talking about salaries and we talking about money, look at the luxuries. In the WNBA, I think they was taking commercial flights. Now they taking private flights. In the NBA, the games was delayed TV. So that means players would be home watching the game that they just played. I'm gonna say it one more time. Even the NBA finals, before Magic and Bird, they were sitting home like this. All right, baby, watch when I do this. All right, baby, watch me dunk on. This was in the NBA finals, tape delayed. But when Magic and Bird hit the league, what happened? Now all of a sudden, investors want to invest money because guess what? They want their money back on return. They saw what happened in the national championship game once again, the biggest game ever. They wanted their money and they want their return. And what happened? These guys started producing products. They was products of the NBA. You remember the shoes, the commercial with Larry Bird and Magic? I guess that's what we need with Caitlin and Andrew Reese, a commercial. Now, before I get out of here, if you ain't doing nothing today, why don't you come back and chill with me at 7 o'clock Central Time? I'll be watching Andrew Reese versus Caitlin Clark. The rivalry will continue tonight. You don't have to hate one and dislike the other. If Caitlin Clark is your favorite player, go with it. If Andrew Reese is your favorite player, that's what we're talking about. But guess what? We done seen this before. We saw Magic Johnson and Larry Bird change the league, and we seeing Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese changing the league right now as we speak. Guess what? We out. We'll holler at you later. Tune in Sunday. We ain't talking about numbers. We ain't talking about the NBA or the WNBA. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about how $1 changed my whole college life. Let's talk about it. Fort Pierce boys, Raleigh boys, Lawrenceburg boys.